Although there are 50 million of them, sprinkling can farmers represent only a small fraction of the poor farmers in the world. There are 1 billion people who live on less than $1 a day, and of those, 3/4, some 750 million, earn their living from 1-acre farms in Asia and Africa. And those farms are not one block of 1 acre, they're typically scattered into 4 or 5 separate quarter-acre plots. Typical of these farmers is John Mabingwe and his family, who I met in Zambia 12 years ago. John and his family live in a fairly remote farm 25 kilometers from the town of Livingstone in Zambia. And they had for years grown maize as their primary crop and augmented their income by growing 1/8 of an acre of vegetables, which they put a lot of sweat equity into by carrying water in buckets to do the irrigation. John then took the vegetables to the market in Livingstone to sell, and this was a major part of their income. Then they heard about the treadle pump, they bought one, and to their surprise, they could increase their vegetable plot from 1/8 of an acre to a full acre using just about the same amount of labor. Their income, their net income, shot up from $300 a year to $600. This was enough to allow them to keep their 2 sons in school through high school and as long as they needed to. And John now is planning to buy a used diesel pump to expand his irrigated area still further. Most of the 700 million 1-acre farmers in the world who live on less than $1 a day can increase their income by using the same kind of approach that John did. Either gaining access to affordable irrigation, or improving their farming, or improving their access to markets. 25 years ago, when I started working in development, 1-acre farmers were pretty much ignored by the development establishment, much as sprinkling can farmers are ignored now. I'm delighted to say that this is rapidly changing. For example, the Gates Foundation has made improving the livelihoods of small farmers in the world a cornerstone of their development initiatives. The reason I'm pleased with this is that the solution to the poverty of 3/4 of the $1-a-day people in the world remains fairly simple, although somewhat challenging to implement. That is, just as John Mabingwe did, all that's necessary is for small farmers to gain access to affordable irrigation, improved farming methods, and access to markets, all of which can be delivered by activating the local private sector.